Hi. Well, I guess I messed up my lens. But anyway, especially over there. Um, been sort of wondering what direction the impeachment's going to go. And I have to admit, watching the Republicans defend Trump and being in the South, I find that something that I see quite a bit where racism trumps common sense, pun intended, and um, causes more do or harm to the American people. It's just like this one lady over here. She's black, and she has a child that's very very light skinned. You know, hair for what is it, 4C? Mine really is too, but I woke up this way. And which means it just means that it's really curly. It's got a lot of, it's kinky. And kinky is not a bad word. Kinky is a beautiful word that means curly, right? See, boing. And it goes, it's got a lot of body. If I straighten this, it will look straightened and with body. And, which means it curls, I could curl it, it's like, which is dumb. I don't feel like straightening it just to curl it, so I could, so I have more black people around here are saying that I think I'm white. Well, anyway, let me get back to her. She's telling her daughter that she's white. So then she calls me a racist. She goes, I always thought you was a racist. Now she thinks I'm a racist because she thinks that I think that I'm white. But my mom didn't ever tell me I was white. I never even cared to be white as a child growing up in Midtown, Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan, you know what I'm saying, in New York. Never, ever, ever. Matter of fact, and this is what reminds me with, anyway, I remember when they trained some black kids in from Harlem. Before that, yeah, granted, we had like two of everything. We had a Japanese, well, not two Japanese, but we had Japanese, we had a Chinese, we had Puerto Ricans, we had Jews, we had Greeks, we had Russians, we had a mixture. And yeah, Greeks, Russian, they're not black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitian. They're dark, but they got a pride with them. They're like, yeah, I'm African and Spaniard. Where American blacks, ew. You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing they were gonna tell me when they showed up there, oh, you think you white? Oh, you ugly. Your nose is big. You got a 5 head, not a 4 head. Oh, your hair is kinky. And I mean, like, I ain't never been so insulted. And then you have the other black kid that comes, that hangs around with them little one. Black people don't do things like that. Black people don't do things like that. And I remember I snapped and I said, you know what? I'll tell you what, I'm a motherfucking nigger. I'll do what the fuck I want when I want. And you know what I'm saying? And like the bitches was acting like they were gonna kick my ass until I turned around. And I noticed I get this look from a lot of Christians. Like they'll look at you like they gonna kick your ass and all nasty. And if you look back at them like, well, you could try. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they got their ass kicked by some real white girls because they had to walk up to the train station, and they, you know what I'm saying, some Russian girls beat the fuck out of them and informed them that they was white. And then like they tried, like I could get like out of this delicatessen, and a lot of people was famous people. Madonna, I heard, I don't know, was also like before she got famous, they would give them her sandwich. So I could get one sandwich and I think a bag of chips, or one sandwich and a drink. Either or, I think that's how that went. But I just get sandwich. But anyway, they went in there and they told the people that They were that I bought their sandwich, so like they called the police on them, and I remember I was with two Russian girls, Ornella and Helen, and we had the policeman. I had a camera and had the policeman take a picture of me and Ornella and Helen, and we never did see them again. But that reminds me of what the Republicans gonna do. They're gonna blame everybody. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, "Oh well, uh, uh, um, it's the Democrats that are the problem. It's the Democrats that are racist." But I think this is you could see now so plainly how self-destructive, how narcissistic, how dehumanizing that the Republicans and white racist nationalist America is doing. And I just gotta say, Chinese, you're very, very smart. And very smart. You're going to be selling the world everything. You are the new merchants. The United States is no longer the merchants. We're no longer the leading manufacturers in the world. You know what I'm saying? After Vietnam and us going in there and napalming their village, they was able to take factories out of the United States and build them in Vietnam and Taiwan, Laos, uh, South Korea. Did I say Vietnam already? South Korea, China, and Japan. Boom, that whole area, they're making this stuff for America. So any terrorists that Trump puts on their goods coming in is going to devastate the American economy even farther. Yeah, we're talking about Russia hacking. But Russia wants Chinese goods too. You know what I'm saying? But Russia's just a thief. You know what I'm saying? Russia is like it's like, I don't mean a horn poon, but you remind me of a Nanathon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I remember I was so insulted when those black people had told me that and I get that here all the time. That's what surprised me. This girl I was referring to earlier, she's telling her black daughter that she's white. She's gonna call me a racist, right? And I'm like, well, I don't think I'm white. You know what I'm saying? Just because you look at me and you think that my behavior is not like, I don't act like I grew up in Jim Crow. Jim Crow just ended in 1971. So, and I just see some damaged, messed up. I mean, they can't even be mothers. Because they think all she want to do is hurt her kid, punish her kid, cause her kid, all this punish. And she's like, they still love me. Yeah, we used to see the worst kids. They come in with black and blues. They will defend their mom. Whatever, like, damn, your mom, she beat the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to say, well, in New York, we would admit that mom got beat, but they defend her. Oh, well, she loved me. Be like, and I remember thinking, what a selfish hoe your mom must be. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about races. So, and that's what I feel about this impeachment that's going on. How selfish, how self-destructive, how treasonous. How can they be a traitor to our Constitution? I know the almighty dollar means a lot, but and so the Chinese, okay, Russia just wants some money. Russia's just some thief. Russia's just figuring out how to get all the money out of America. Can they cipher money off using their full Betsy DeVos? Can they cipher money off by using that black guy rather from HUD? That one doctor, I forget his name. He's poor baby. No telling what they did to his poor brain. And Well, anyway, so I'm watching the impeachment. Here the Republicans are, right in the TV cameras, just basically making a mockery. I mean, making us look like fools to the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not Black America. You need to convince that that the Republicans' policy is going to be good. You're going to have to convince you're gonna have to convince your white nationalist Americans walking around with the KR-15s that are those farmers. You know what I'm saying? Because like we got food now. Can you imagine how beautiful it once was when there was wheat from sea to shiny sea, when there was deers and antelopes and buffaloes roaming America before the white man came in and just killed it, just destroyed it. China's in Africa now building bridges, but they're working with the people. They got people in there to help save turtles and other wildlife, to save elephants. And they know they were the perpetrators of murdering, I mean, but it's easy with Black America and poor white America, middle class America, and your millionaire Americans. It's like mixed that all up in together because, like, just because you're a millionaire middle class doesn't mean Black or white, But anyway, aren't we so happy to take our kids to the zoo? Isn't it so lovely? There's no animals out in our neighborhood. There's no more foxes, wolves, and if you did see one, wouldn't it just be scary to see a big old wolf? And you probably have a dog bigger than that. So, I mean, I've seen all our sparrows around here die because, the stupid Black person across the way, policeman, he's another one who thinks that I think I'm white. I'm like, so you think you know what somebody else's think, but you can't watch your kids enough to keep them from getting raped. You hanging out, you a policeman, you hanging out with a bunch of policemen talking crazy shit about their sexual things. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you can't be that great of a parent. They're in the wrong place. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. But anyway, we'll see now how bad it is. Getting a little better. We'll see now how bad it is. How bad it's gonna be. There. I'm trying to get whatever I have on there. Wow, I did it. Well, we're gonna see how bad it is for America because they just wanted to. Well, they want our money. Russia wants the money. So Russia's doing, I know this is all over the place. It's just that it's so aggravating and so disgusting that white racist America keeps doing the same thing, devastating and destroying our Constitution, destroying the people of America. We don't have to have is somebody come over here and blow up America with a nuclear bomb like Kim Jong-un or whoever else the Republicans are going to fucking piss off because they don't have no respect. That trial and that they're supposed to have, they have no respect. They have no respect. The Republicans don't have no respect for the Constitution. They don't have any respect for the American citizens. I was going to look for names, but they don't have any respect. And that's the biggest problem, is that they don't respect the laws. They don't respect the Constitution. They don't respect Hispanic people. They don't respect Black people. They don't respect Asian people. And they definitely don't respect women. And let me tell you something. The number one way to destroy a community and destroy a place is by disrespecting the women. You know, and you can look at the world and you can see that women aren't being respected. You know what I'm saying? We're just a toy or something to be bought. Look at the Arabs. They used to be a brilliant culture. You know, they introduced algebra and all this brilliance to the world. You know, it was said they even had indoor plumbing and all this. But once you disrespect a woman, once the woman is like, oh, somebody, I could have 3 other of those if I want to. Because if you disrespect the woman, you use the woman as like a sex object. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she can't be seen over here because she might get raped. Or some men, they think that you want to get raped. No, baby. Even if we do like sex, let me put it like this. If a man, I've never met a man that enjoyed another man forcing themselves on them, even if they are gay. It's very, you know, and there are some people, of course, they want violence, but they know where to go to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? There's always, consent has a lot to do with it. But anyway, who cares if you, but you know what I'm saying? So as long as you disrespect the women, you get stupid kids. And I'm not saying America got stupid kids, but you know, we're not worrying about teaching them. You know, look at China, look at Japan, look at Korea. They're going overtime on making sure they educate their kids. Because if they have smart kids, right, they're able to make money. All our money's going out of the United States. You know, ever since, you know, we had to start busing kids into other neighborhoods. A lot of black people didn't know that a lot of white people, you know, was being such abused, as already getting whooped and sexually abused by their own parents. You know, you know what I'm saying? America is allowing the Republicans to get away with Treason Act. And the Treason Act is by allowing foreign influence to dictate our policies here, to dictate like who our president is, who Trump is. You know, we allow that by continuing this argument. And we got an election coming up in 2020. You know, I'm going to tell you straight out. Your FBI and CIA can watch all the black, poor Mexicans you want, but don't say a motherfucking thing when Putin and the rest of them just can't stomach Trump. You know, they don't like Trump. They don't like Pompeo. What's his name? Because, you know what I mean? They don't got no respect for him. Pompeo needs to be impeached. You know, they don't have respect for him. You know what I'm saying? It's because you're gonna stab and throw your own people over. It come to an impeachment with a bunch of crazy stuff about, oh, well, Obama did this, and Hillary Clinton did this, and, you know, well, if they can do that, why can't Trump do that? I don't know, was Trump, I'm not going to say up in the office while you're getting your dick sucked. I'm not going to say, is that what Trump's doing? No, Trump will just straight up rape him, from what some lady had testified to on CNN and NBC. Was it MSNBC? Oh, all the news channels. But when it comes to Trump, Trump doing something wrong, everybody did something. But all I'm going to say is that it's a sad, sad day when we allow Russia to outsmart America because we got some greedy, racist, ignorant hypocrites that had got into office. We need to vote some of these people out and out as soon. And I know I got a list of names that we need to vote out. Mitch McConnell, Kentucky, you need to get rid of him. Straight up. I don't know what his problem is, but he's got to go. I can't even go to my notes because I went into some type of trying to figure something out. You can't tell what it is, but anyway, it has to do with I want to see how much pollution can the earth take, but my math must be off because because everybody says oh, we'll all be gone. The time of no return where it's in 10 years. It might be less than 10 years. But anyway, what I was alluding to the zoos is that we killed nature, we killed wildlife. There's, what I'm saying, you got people like Trump Jr. going around still hunting. I think that if the Republicans have their way, I think, especially if Trump gets back into office, even Pence, I think that we could speed up the death of this planet to where our oxygen supplies for us human could be cut in half, and that it could heat up enough to where it could cause, permanent damage to a human race, let's say strokes, death, well, whatever happens in a heat stroke, mainly death. And since we killed a lot of huge animals, like buffaloes and stuff like that a lot of smaller little gnats and stuff and mosquitoes was more attracted to, since, we're going to get more airborne diseases from ticks and mosquitoes, just air flown viruses, because you have to understand, just because they're microscopic, they're not alive. And these, just like I see STDs is a parasite that we just spread from each other to each other. Anyway, let me get off. It's been 23 minutes. Let me sum this up to say that basically what I'm trying to say is, from what I've seen going on in the House, is that what I see from the Republicans is that they're very greedy, they're very racist, and that we can learn a lot from how racist people help destroy the fabric of America. Help America be the highly polluted country that we are. That that we have polluted the water. We have polluted the land. We have polluted the air, the ocean, with toxic. Oh my God! I don't even know. Well, let's just say, let's break it down like it's just toxic, like the plastic that we put in the ocean. But anyway, it's not conducive to life. I see what the Chinese is trying to do with being in Africa and being in parts of in Asia and even in here in America, because we do buy their stuff. And I see what they're doing at the same time, like they're putting up windmills, they're putting hydro plants, and there's a lot of other countries, Germany, a few other, I can't even think of them, that are trying. America is not. America is going to do more fracking. As a matter of fact, I think they fracked right outside of Puerto Rico to teach Puerto Ricans a lesson. The lessons is we cannot depend on when Republicans are in office to do the things to make America a strong and healthy country. They're not going to go and help you during a disaster. We got earthquakes, we got hurricanes, we got fire, and we got a lot of these little tiny nagging insects, from bed bugs to mosquitoes to I don't even know, just just stuff, you know. Anyway, so I think that I think that what we done cannot be undone without a unified effort. And I don't think we could get the Republicans to understand the reality and the truth that we're walloping in. So I say vote them out of office. Get those treason, greedy, double-binding hypocrites. Get them out of office. Send them overseas to China and Russia. You want money? You know what I'm saying? There's a few of them. I don't even... I guess I ain't going to mention names right now because I can't find where I put it. all I can find is impeachment, whistleblower, FBI, CIA, which basically what I mean by that is that the FBI and the CIA are the whistleblowers, because that's their job, is to protect the Constitution and Americans. So Trump and the Republicans, anytime you want to pick up arms against the American people and you get these motherfucking policemen to come down these streets with their tanks and their KR-15s and shoot American people, fuck it, do it. We don't give a fuck. We're watching football, bitch. Come on now. So don't worry.